All right, we are recording from Arlington, Vermont, and let's see, things didn't go. Starting didn't quite go as planned because apparently I decided to say that uh, YouTube was up and running. I apologize for uh, having scheduled the live stream a day late. If you got I'm assuming if you got notifications, it showed that it's Monday, not today. Uh, yeah, it's not sure why I was thinking that, but I did the third instead of the second. But I'm back back on back on doing live streams. Unfortunately, right now I'm not feeling too well. So that's why if I feel a little off, that is why. Even though I've taken uh, not aspirin, but one of the other dual painkillers where it has, I want to say ibuprofen and acetaminophen at the same time. It's one, it combines the two. And it seems that the computer, the StreamYard itself, the camera is flashing, but it looks okay on YouTube, although fuzzy. Not quite sure on. Well, hello there, Curly. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, my assumption is that the regular crew that shows up will be expecting YouTube to say, "Hey, guess who's on?" But yeah, I'm not feeling 100%. I'm hoping it'll go away, but I will have to double check on stuff. While I was gone, I did go to a Tamatacon, which is a convention about I want to say mechanical dolls. That's the it's one of those things where there's not. I'm sorry to hear that, Dwight. I'm assuming at 99. I think that was the percentage on it. I want to say I feel maybe around 75, 80. But the convention I went to, it's basically about mechanical not necessarily wind-up dolls, but it's one. The thing is that there's not really a modern equivalent, really. There was animatronic stuff like I'm trying to think like the robot dogs and stuff like that, where it would take inputs and do things for outputs and stuff like that. The simplest version I can think of to describe it is one of those wind up boxes where it has a ballerina on it. That's sort of like the simplest ones. Also like singing birds and stuff like that, which are all mechanical. And some of them some of the ones from 100 years ago, they got pretty complicated. Where you there's one that's called the Rider. It's a basically is I want to say it's about 2 foot tall, um, and it's considered the world's first programmable printer because you put in the back, you put in what you want to write, and then you would wind up the two motors. One motor did the actual writing, and then the other mechanism, figured out, okay, what's the next letter, and that was built before the United States won its independence. I mean, you see internal drawings of how this thing was put together. Oh, hello there, Andy. Thank you for coming in. And that's one of the things I'm actually thinking on. This particular convention I went to is the only one where they have not only the antique automata, but also current modern day manufacturers. In fact, one was selling basically kits. And this is a kit. Let's see if I can actually show it here. It's basically what this is a deer that's basically a running deer. And I'm actually contemplating on one, trying to figure out how to do recordings. I know Dan's model railroading journey, he was like, gee, I don't know if I can actually do live streaming. Interesting to know. That might be possibly me. This is not working. Okay, that's interesting. My CPU is at 100%. So that might be the reason why you're losing me, Dwight. Yes, it's one of the things. I'm not at 100%, but apparently my computer CPU is, which that might be causing issues. But this kit is pretty much a this type of kit where basically you cut out the pieces, glue them together. There are instructions where it talks about gluing stuff. Not only you can put it together very plainly, or you can turn around and color it basically. And that's one of the things that I'm planning on doing is to paint it, make it a little bit more. Here's basically the box portion of it. But I'm gonna see if I can actually once I start feeling better, because I was planning on doing this before this, but since I'm not feeling very well, I'm going to wait until I feel better and then try to figure out how to use. Well, hello there, Anthony. Long time no see. Just explaining the stable on your end. All right. So, well, the thing is, I'm not at 100%. I'm not feeling well. I'm thinking I'm around maybe 75, 80%. That's why I might sound like I'm a little bit babbling because I'm not feeling too well. But I am just talking about the convention. I was one of the convention. I was away for the 1 week, and got it was a um, convention for basically they're called automata, but they're in modern parlance it would be called like mechanical dolls. And I this convention was something that has not only the antique ones because it was at a museum that had them, the McGinnis collection. I believe his name was Murtock, and he was somebody that collected these, and he also collected mechanical instruments also. Things like he had like the one of the first commercial successful um, mechanical mechanical players, which was a banjo. It wasn't the for years I thought it was like a version of the player piano, but no, the first one was actually a mechanical banjo. Uh, but I did buy a kit from one of the more a current a current automata artist, and I am planning on. Uh, I'm going to use it to experiment on how to do recordings because live is easy. You know, just turn around, making sure everything's working, and hit live. No editing involved. Whereas I'm thinking, learning on how to do stuff that's through StreamYard, how to do editing and all that. I've done a little bit when I was working with New Tracks Modeling, but it's been a while. Uh, so I'm going to be doing, going to be relearning on how to do that and how to basically, I guess from what I understand, you can, instead of live streaming with StreamYard, you can actually, you have the option of not going live, but just doing a recording. So that's one of those things I gotta. Once I feel better, that's what I'll turn around and do. But as I said, right now I'm sort of at 75, 80%. That's why I'm sort of like, at this point. But enough of that. Let's say we switch cameras. I'm trying to think what would be the best view right now. Overhead or side? Let's go with the side view. All right. Basically, right now, what we're going to be doing tonight is laying down the rail. Now, I do have these things, which are basically, I made gauge blocks for a 6-foot gauge. But right now, let's say we get one rail going. Now, one of the things I'm going to eventually do is hopefully I'm hoping that things get better. I know at work when I came back last Thursday, the place was still there, didn't blow up. Apparently there wasn't drama, which is a good thing. Basically, the new guy is doing what I suggested to the old guy. Yeah, the second guy I was training would always constantly whine and complain about stuff, and I kept on telling him, if you just stop whining and do what needs to be done, you won't be falling behind. And that's what the new guy has taken to heart. And I'm still, there's times I'm waiting for the big wave to, tidal wave of stuff coming down to overwhelm us, and it hasn't come yet. And one of my coworkers says, because, well, you got somebody that's not whining and complaining and actually gets things done instead of just, sitting there and whining about it. So, which is a good thing. All right, now. The things I'm going to see about doing. All right. Let's see. All right, let's make sure that we get the right side down. Now, admittingly, even though this is HO scale, I am using N scale track or N scale rails. So this is much smaller than I'm used to. Let's see if I can do this without stabbing myself. Of course, I think I'm out of camera range. Hold on a second. Let's do the red one in the back. That seems to go on there, right? Now we'll do this one. All right. We don't hit the camera too much here. All right. Now, what the idea with this one is try to get this straight. Now, I'm actually wondering if I should put a rail joiner on that end. Put a rail joiner on that end. And then once I get the rail straightened out, then I can take the screw out, pull everything off, and go that direction. All right. All right, let's do the same thing with this one. All right, I'm going to have to turn on this light, which I want to call the wavy light, because the light interference and everything with that particular light's going to mess with the camera. But the lights that work with the camera aren't bright enough down here. Okay. Bring that into play. All right. That's going to work. All right. I'll be right back. I got to go find more glue. Okay, it looks like the bright lights are not causing too much interference with the camera, which is a good thing. Got myself a fresh tube, but as you can see, we still have a little left in here, so we shall go that away. That over there. All right. Is this thing still? It's been a while since I've used this, so is this still usable? I think the tip is clogged. Yeah, that tip looks like it's clogged. Let's see, can we unclog it, or does that have to just go right to it? Yeah, looks like I gotta open up a new bottle. This is the reason why I like these small little 2-gram ones, because if something goes awry, only 2 grams gets tossed out instead of losing a whole larger bottle. Let's see if this one has. It's not. It wants to. Nah, it's no longer. That one's no longer flowing either. So, but as you can see, you only lose that a little bit instead of the whole. If it was a much larger tube, It would cost a lot more. All right. Let's pop that open. All right, Anthony. See you later. Thank you for coming in. All right. Now what we'll do here. A little bit too much. Unfortunately, the way things wound up getting set up here. All right. I have to hold this down and not be able to look at the chat, so this sort of solidifies. Chat amongst yourselves. All right, let's see if this winds up being a nice curve. All right, let's see. Sorry for having my elbow in the way from this angle. Gonna need some weight on the other end, so we'll grab a nice heavy locomotive. At least try to. All right, now we'll go on the way. some more stuff around. Oops, sorry for moving the camera. All right. Hold that down. I also am not quite sure if I'm going to be doing the full hour. My thought process right now is that if I get this down relatively quickly, I'll just call it early, because right now yeah, I could probably do all 3 rails. I'm thinking of having the 3rd rail towards the back, so it'll be a little bit more obvious that it's there. Put that right there. Also, since I'm not feeling too well tonight, it's also probably why I'm also not babbling right and left. It's very interesting. Sometimes it dries real quickly, and then there's other times it's not drying at all. All right. Now, this being the first Sunday of the month, I believe it is Schuylkill Valley Railroad this for Sidetrack Sunday. Yeah, absolutely, Andy. You're not running on all two cylinders. Um, you have a hard time doing what needs to be done. Now I think I'm getting out of camera range again. Then again, this project is technically beyond the bounds of all right, looks like I have one rail. At least I thought I had one rail. All right, looks like this is going to require those. All right, let that dry off. Looks relatively straight. I wouldn't say it's hard to concentrate. It's basically I can only concentrate on one thing, not on I gotta look at the comment section every now and then. Actually, I just thought of something. Is Anthony in the country? Because he says back to life down under. Is he in Australia? Visiting Artie? That doesn't quite sound right because he's not. I think Joyce is still teaching, so I don't know when their classes end. Ah, All right. That explains why he jumped on, because he's not doing he's not doing he's not doing family things. That makes sense. All right, now I guess it's time to do the other. Grab one more of these. Take apart. I might only do the 6-foot gauge track. Come on. I'm definitely not feeling good if I can't untangle the track. All right. Let's pull one rail out. And then we'll pull these apart. Ah, 30-minute warning for sidetracks. Hey, Andy, you know who? I'm assuming it's John tonight. Since I'm not feeling well, I'm definitely going to need somebody to confer that. All right, now. Okay, this one I'm going to do a little bit different. All right, let's grab this. Thing is, I got a staple remover at work. There's times that it's like, be nice to have a staple remover here, but it's one of those things of, by the time you think of it, you won't use it much, but when you need it, it's probably a smart idea. Now, one thing I have to do is, I think with this piece of cork here, a little bit too far, so might have to. I need to find where my long break-off knife is, and turn around and find it. All right. Okay, this is not going to go the way I was thinking of it. Just have to realize there's a flaw in my plan. But, oh well. John 2, that's what I thought. Here's the bonus question, Andy. What is he doing? Get that done. Slide this down. Sorry, I'm not getting any of this in frame. Okay, that's that. This should. That's not really going on very well. But, oh well. Okay, let's not hit the camera. Okay. Now that that's done, we can turn around and see how those go on. Make sure they're upright. All right, now let's start gluing the other side. Looks like we might have enough time to finish before John goes on online. All right. Looks like I got in that direction for a bit. He's working on his diner. I almost want to say he's almost done with it because actually I don't know what else he needs to have done with it. I'm definitely, once I get this rail in, definitely going to be calling it quits. So one thing I gotta find is my standard gauges. Also, I'm in the process of slowly getting super glue on my fingers. That underneath there. Actually, it looks like I might be getting close to the other camera range. So we'll get an overhead view on. Did I miss it? What did you miss? As far as I know, I didn't miss anything. Let's see. I think I'm now in the other camera range. Basically, I'm doing track laying. Nothing really fantastic, but using my homemade 6-foot gauge blocks to make 6-foot gauge rail. or track anyway. Unfortunately, I'm not feeling 100%, but still plugging through. Yeah, I saw you just getting here, Dan. I think really appreciate you coming on and seeing this. Hopefully, not a train wreck. I don't know why, but seeing that this track over here seems to be way above the rail. The rails are way above the ties. Not quite sure why. But doing my best to weigh stuff down with the few weights that I have. Probably should go look for my 1, 2, 3 blocks. But I didn't because I'm not feeling well. Well, it is, according to my clock, almost been. Basically, I didn't get this all done, but we have hit the 1 hour mark. So, I'm going to switch back cameras. Huh, never thought of that, Andy. But I never worked on a musical instrument, so I don't know. But yeah, it seems that this entire time the CPU has been pegged at 100. So if there's any issues and all that fun stuff, it's probably on on my end. It's like here I am. I'm not at 100% and all that, but yet the CPU is. But all right, I guess I'll see everyone over at the Schuylkill Valley Railroad. I think the world needs more love. So find your passion, add some silliness to it, and spread it around.